A little motivation for you. A little motivation for you.
What's up, everybody? It's your girl Tiffany. Welcome back to Tips Tuesdays live rehashed. I'm so excited for another Tuesday. Why? Because we live for Tuesdays, and we have another exciting guest. Well, at least he is to me exciting. We've been having some guests from the hometown, and tonight, this is one of the guests from the hometown. So we gonna introduce Mr. Tristan Trailer to the stage. How you doing? How you doing?
Doing good. How's everyone?
I'm good. I'm excited. Look, I ain't even gonna lie. Look, I done just came to life in the last 10 minutes. So I've been sleepy all day, but I knew I was having the show tonight, so I was like, let me get some life about myself. I'm so excited to have you here on the show and glad that you accepted the invite to be on the show. I'm always scouting out who my special guest is gonna be because I don't just pick everybody. Just because everybody's doing everything, I don't just pick them just because they're doing everything. So I'm excited to have you here on the show. And here in a minute, I'm going to have you introduce yourself. Right now, if y'all are tuning in for the first time, this is Tips Tuesdays live rehashed. I'm looking in the comments. We are, this is a spinoff show of my audio podcast, Tips Tuesdays, where I bring in special guests to give different perspective on the different inspirational topics that I talk about on the audio podcast or just any kind of inspirational topics because we've been going in for a season. We are on season 8. So, yes, 8 seasons we've been going in with these inspirational topics, and it only gets gooder and gooder. And I know gooder ain't a word, but
Hey,
it
it's a
is on
word
this
to
show. Right, it is on this show because it gets gooder and gooder. So yes, if you are just now tuning in, please share. Y'all know how we do. Y'all join us in the comments, because that's where it goes down is in the comments. So I already see we got a few people already in. My faithful few are in here. Caitlin, Quena, Crystal. Oh no, Crystal ain't in here yet. Yes, somebody tag her. But Let me know where you are watching from, Facebook or YouTube, whatever city you are looking in tonight through. Let me know where you coming from. Good or ain't a word, my lord. Yes, it ain't, but it is on the Tips Tuesdays. So get it right. I need me a
Right. We're
Tips
gonna
Tuesdays
patent it for
dictionary.
Tip Tuesdays.
Right, right. There you go. There you go. So I'm going to have my special guest to introduce himself. As a matter of fact, introduce yourself. Then we're going to talk about what you do here in a few.
All
So
right.
introduce
So
yourself.
so my name is Tristan A. Trailer, of course, from the one and only Hot Springs, Arkansas. And so I see my classmate is on, Caitlin. So hey, classmate. And so I'm Tristan, and so I'm just Tristan. That is me. So just Tristan. So I'm just a regular guy, living a regular life and trying to do doing the work for the Lord in anything that I do.
True, true. Which we will hear about that here soon. So y'all can see, hear about what he does. I always bring on guests that are doing something within the community or that are just like transparent, but not too transparent, you know. No, I'll take the bait. Transparent all the way, not vulgar. We're gonna put it like that. By season 8, we done kind of got what our audience is and things like that. So, but we are very like transparent here on this show. So I'm always looking forward to the conversation and where it will go. So we are going to get started with things. First, we're gonna go and do our announcements first. First of all, I would like to say y'all like my hat. It's beautiful, isn't it? Y'all need to get y'all one. You know, the fall is coming up. We're finally in the fall. We done went almost a whole month of fall season without a fall. We're finally there, y'all. So, you know, if you want one of these little cozy hats, I don't know what they're really called. I guess they're like ruffle hats, the style of it.
It's
But
a hat
my
to
dad, huh?
it's just a hat to the it's a
Oh,
hat.
hey, there you go. There we go. If y'all want y'all a hat, y'all need to cop one from my dad. Cause he made this hat. Don't it look so beautiful? All right, so that's the first announcement. But we're gonna get into announcement time. Announcement time. It's announcement time.
It's time for those announcements.
Announcement time. It's announcement time.
It's time for those announcements.
All right, so it's time for those announcements. First announcement, if you're not already, go ahead and stream some of my music on all music platforms, on all social media platforms. Tune in and stream the music there on all platforms. For those who still bump CDs like me, I got CDs for sale, $15. Get the latest EP, Same Old Praise, that includes Walk by Faith, Without You, Like You, and the self-entitled Same Old Praise.
You've been going through some things, been through heartaches and pains. You gotta know that God is there through the fire and the rain. You've gotta keep your head up when life is tough. You've gotta keep your head up. Don't give up. You should walk by faith and not by sight. You've been going through some things, been through heartaches.
Y'all check that out. Check that out. Walk by Faith on all streaming platforms. Also, go and check out the audio podcast, Tips Tuesdays. Subscribe, like, share, and follow. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Some of y'all are watching from YouTube right now. Check out all of the podcast episodes. There are over 100 I want to say it's over 130 episodes that you can listen to. So just go and binge all of the inspiration, motivation, and encouragement for Tips Tuesdays. All right.
I can't give him the same old praise that I did yesterday. He keeps on blessing me. He woke me up this morning when he's sending me on my way. Gotta give him some praise. I can't give him the same old praise that
All right. That's something else for y'all to go on the stream now. Check out Tiph Promotions, y'all. If y'all do not like to design flyers or programs or business cards, banners, yeah, I know you can probably do them yourself, but some people are busy. Like Tristan, he's very busy. He might be the person that could take advantage of Tiph Promotions. But let me take the busy out of your business. You see the price list right there. I do that did not sound right. I do custom designs. You know, the holidays are coming up. You may want to do a custom design for Christmas or a birthday or just holidays in general. You might do, I've done like collage poster designs. Y'all might want some of those. Hit me up and let me start your next design. All right, next. Man, we got the Tips Tuesdays merch that you want to get. You want to get go to everythingtiffany.com. The two logos that we have right now are Walk by Faith, Not by Sight, and the Live for Tuesdays logo. Go to everythingtiffany.com and check out the merch that is on there. You can get shirts, you can get bags, and we are looking to get some new merch. We are almost at the end of October, so by November, y'all will see what the other merch will be. You know, we have the notebooks, journals, bookmarks. So I'm re-upping on my merch and everything like that. So y'all will know as soon as it is available. Okay. All right, I think that that is all the announcements. If not, let me see if my assistant in here is going to tell me that I missed something. Um, yes, my husband said yes. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe to the award-winning podcast, Tips Tuesdays. He's like, babe, you got to say that every time. Award winning, because we are award-winning podcast, Tips Tuesdays. So, all right, I think we got everything out the way. So now what I want Mr. Tristan to do, I want him to tell everybody a little bit about what you do so they get to know you a little bit.
All right, it's a lot of stuff. So I don't usually like to toot my own horn. So
Well, you
uh,
tooting it tonight.
well, all right. So my background is in prevention education. So I do hold a degree from the University of Central Arkansas, Conway, UCA, with a bachelor degree in with a bachelor degree in science and health education. And so throughout my career, I have worked in mental health, mental and behavioral health. I have worked in prevention such as drug, alcohol prevention, suicide prevention, as well as tobacco prevention. I also have worked in a highway safety prevention as well. So those are some of the things I have done. I also work with the Hot Springs Stop the Violence Coalition, where our main goal is to basically decrease violence among our young adults and our teens and adolescents. Also work with the Out of Darkness Walk, which is the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So I am the walk chair for this year. So we will be having our walk on November 8th in Hot Springs from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at the Transportation Depot. Also work with the Giving Team Inc., where we do Food for Thought every fourth Saturday of the month. So this fourth Saturday, October 25th, we will be doing our community resource fair uh, right around from the transportation depot in Hot Springs. Uh, Also, we do our annual Thanksgiving Day meal, which we are going into our 21st year. Uh, Also, work with Sharing Love Outreach, where we provide education and tutoring and mentoring for young students in the Little Rock area. Also work with so many organizations. So I cannot think all of them at this moment, but just know if it prevention, trying to save lives, trying to educate the community, I work with them in some way, shape, or form. And so I try to be a resource to everyone that I can. So yes, so that is a little bit about me. And I am a class of 2009 graduate of the one and only Hot Springs High. Not Hot Springs World Class High, but Hot Springs High, HSHS. So '09, we so fine and we keep on doing.
What? I like how they done added this world class on there, but I feel like we are the world class
Yeah, we the
because
one that paved the way.
we paved the way and now they barely at school. But anywho, um, they barely in school. So you said class of '09, I'm class of '06. I remember, well, that was the only year that I actually went to school with my sister. That was the only time that we was at the same school at the same time. So I remember my little '09 down, '06 up. Man, don't hate because we get so crunk. Yeah, yeah. Man, yes. It was good times back in the day. It was good times back in the day. So, all right. Yes. Okay, Tristan, the jack of all trades, advocate for the community. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, you wear many hats. Many hats. You done had a long day today and everything. I'm proud of you. Glad to know you. So, and keep on doing the things that you do in the community for
I
sure.
appreciate I appreciate getting the opportunity to be on tonight because people do not have to invite you anywhere. And so
Right.
I'm
Right.
grateful for that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm excited to see where the conversation is going to go. The year 2009. Kayla said before bills.
Yes,
BB.
before Bill. And
Yes.
you know what is crazy? When we started driving, I remember gas being $2.99 a gallon.
2.99.
Yep.
Two
When I
ninety
filled up
nine.
for the first time, gas was $2.99 a
Did you
gallon.
write that in your little senior book? Did you have a senior book
No,
with it?
it was just
Say the gas.
in it was just burned in my memory because I was working at Kroger on Central Avenue at that time.
Oh Lord. He said it's etched in my mind the 2.99. There we go.
Hmm.
Alright. So, all right. So I am going to ask you a question. What is your go-to inspirational scripture when going through, or just what is your go-to scripture these days?
So I say my go-to scripture is what I have on my car, which is Luke 6:31. And so Luke 6:31 basically tells us to treat other people like we want to be treated. And that really resonate with me because especially in this time that we are in the world, if we can just think about treating other people like we want to be treated, so much stuff will be like resolved. If we just remember, like, what if I was there? What if this was me? And that's what I love about the giving team, because they're like this. We know in all of our years out of high school, life be life. And there is no book, there's no playbook that can tell you how it gonna life for you. And it's different on a
Mm-hmm.
day-to-day basis. And if you don't have something that is rooted, you don't have something that rooted in you to keep on pushing and keep on overcoming those different things, everything would just go array for you. Even in the
Mm-hmm.
dark hour, still be rooted somewhere. Because one thing that I like to tell our next generation that coming, especially students that are going to college, I tell them, I said, well, you have to do things that is right for you. Because a lot of times we go through the motions and we try to do things for other people because mama told us, because daddy told us, because grandma said this, because, mom said, you never do this or whatever. But then when life get to really be life in, and you have to find out those things for yourself, uh,
Mm-hmm.
you have to be rooted somewhere. And you may
Most
not
definitely.
have all the tools in the toolbox, but if you at least got a hammer and at least got a plier or something, you can still do something.
There you go. There you go. Treat others the way that you want to be treated.
Mhm.
For sure. That goes a long way in life. So Luke 6:31. I'm gonna have to read Luke. I'm gonna have to read Luke. So so my my go-to scripture, everybody know my go-to scripture on here is the Psalms. Um Psalms 34, Psalms 134, 1 through 3. But I'm not going to that tonight. The scripture that is resonating right now in life, right now, my pastor, he preached on it Sunday, which came from James chapter 1, verses 2 through 4. And this is hard to do. This is hard to do. It says, count it all joy, my brothers, when you meet trials of various kinds. And this is from a different version of the Bible. For you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness, and let steadfastness have its full effect, that you may be perfect and complete, lacking in nothing. Basically saying, no matter what you're going through, keep a smile on your face. Count
That's
it
right.
all joy. You know,
Yes,
um, that's hard sometimes.
it is
That's
hard
hard a lot of
sometimes.
lots.
Look, hey,
You
Luke
know?
6:31 is hard sometimes too. They go, they
Yeah,
go,
treat.
they hand to hand with each other.
Mm-hmm.
It is
Because
hard
sometimes you don't want to
sometimes.
treat people good. Because if they treating you wrong, you like, why do I have to treat you with respect that you're not giving me? But then you
Right.
have to think. That's when you go back to the back in the day. What would Jesus do?
Hmm.
What
Hey,
would
and
Jesus
and
do?
we still fall short of it on a day-to-day
Right?
basis. So don't think
Yes.
that, hey, we both got it together, because that is far from it. Hey, we still fall
Most
short.
definitely not. That's like I got a song. It's called "Like You." It's on the music platforms. Like I told y'all, go check it out. "Like You," but in the song I say, "Make me more like you. Make me more like you." Um, so and when I'm performing the song, I usually ask people afterwards. So, you want to be more like Jesus? You want to be more like Him? And I'll be like, well, when somebody cuts you out, what you gonna do? Somebody
Hmm.
slap you in your face, what you gonna do?
Hmm.
Jesus turned the other cheek. You gonna do the same thing?
Hmm.
And some of us, the answer is no. We're not. We're not gonna turn
For the
the other
majority,
cheek.
hey, for the majority of the people, the answer is no.
Exactly. Exactly. So that's something to think about though, y'all. When you're going through things, count it all joy. Know that it is going to get better. Um, but just keep on pressing, keep on striving through whatever it is that you are going through. And check out today's episode because I expound more on that, and let that inspire you. They over here in the comments. Okay. All right. So we are going to get to some inspiration. We're gonna bring out, oh, you know what? I done switched computers. I didn't put the wheel on here. Y'all see, life be life, and tonight the life was my computer did not allow me to have a camera on me, so I had to switch computers. So with that being said, I'm just gonna pick a topic that we are going to do. No
All right.
fun without the spin wheel, man. Okay, all right. This is a perfect topic then. Lemons into lemonade. Lemons into lemonade. So I had a lemon tonight. I had to make lemonade. Thank God I have a backup computer that I can just be like, let me just put up the show.
Mm-hmm.
So I made lemons into lemonade because I could have been like, oh man, I can't do it, and then been like, no, we ain't having the show tonight. But no, I didn't do that. So that's a great example of lemons into lemonade, just on the fly. But I'm gonna let you start off with this topic, Tristan, and see what words of inspiration you have for the people tonight.
So for lemons into lemonade. So when I hear that, my thing is, as I stated, I work with a lot of community resources. So a lot of provide resources for a lot of different people. So with everything that we do, we will come to a road that we would not have the stuff that we truly need. But yet God have already provided us the stuff that we needed. And so when he have already provided us with the stuff that we needed, but we think we are short something, that should be the time that we should stop, step back, and then we find out, you know what? We got enough here. We got enough here. It goes back to just like with the two fish and the five loaves. That lemons into lemonade remind me of those two fish and five loaves. Sometimes we
Mm-hmm.
think that two fish and those five loaves is not going to be enough for everybody, but yet he stretches it. Just like with our finances, I just think about on the times when I worked at Walmart, my check would be $120.
Oh Lord.
$120 in a 2-week period. And I was still able to buy gas. I was still able to go to the football game, still able to do all the things that was needed at that
Hmm.
time. And I don't know how I survived off that $120.
Was that in 2009?
It was in 2009 when gas
That's what it
was
was. No.
was hey, when it was over $3. So gas was a lot higher then than it was now. So, but when you just think about all the things over the years, you always having those lemons into lemonade days. I mean, just think about it. Just a year ago from now, just a month from a month ago, 2 years ago, it was a different need. But yet we had all the resources. And so, but we had to stop and we had to think, okay, I got this, we have the stuff. And then
Right.
it teaches you to appreciate stuff a little bit more. Because
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
without those lemon into lemonade moments, you wouldn't appreciate the stuff that you have. Because if I
True.
could go get a new car every 5 minutes, that's what we would do.
Mm.
But when you don't have the resource to get a car every 5 minutes, you're gonna appreciate the one that you have till you get to that point. So therefore,
Right.
when that starter ain't acting right, you go out there, get that sticker and hit it till it come back on. You making that lemon to lemonade moments all the time.
Right, right, right. Hey, like I look, like I said, that was in 2009. It's a little harder now.
It's
So
a little bit
you really,
harder.
really appreciate things now than you did. Back then. So for sure on that. Um Lemons into lemonade. It was something else I was gonna say. I should have jotted it down real quick because I showed them forgot it. But sometimes you have to turn those lemons into lemonade. Sometimes the um the very hard situations that we go through, like we have to look at the positive in the situations. We have to look at what oh, I know what it was that you said about God placing things. He gives you everything that you need. You may not recognize it when you're going through it, that you have everything that you need. So and God, he will like strategically do things. I'm learning that here in like the last this year has been a lesson of how God has strategically placed things where they're supposed to be to show his love towards me. It's like, yes, you're going to go through these things, but I have this lined up for you so that you can go through it, that you can endure it, that you can have some strength. So that is one thing that I'm seeing, like with um it's been like a roller coaster ride. We'll be doing good, then here comes something else, and we'll be
Mhm.
doing good, and we're doing good, then here comes something else. But instead of looking at, oh, woe is me, I lost this person or I lost that, you know, God has showed me, yes, you may have lost this person, or you've lost this thing in your life, but I have prepared you for where you are right now and where you are going to go. I'm preparing you. I'm showing you in my way that I care, because we're all going to go through something. There's no way that you're not going to go through anything in this life. You're going to go through something. Now you may have a period of time where you don't go through something, so you feel like you ain't going to go through anything. But no one is invincible to trials, to tribulations, to sadness, to heartache. But God will show up and show out for you just to show you how much He cares, and take the little bitty things and show you, hey, I'm God. I got you. You know. So the lemons into lemonade situations, as you said, that is something to remember. Just
Yeah,
remember, when you're
and
going through, how can I make this better?
that's right.
What can I see in this situation that's positive? Everything has a blessing or a lesson in it, or
Hmm.
both.
That's right. And see, with the lemons into lemonade, see, you have the lemons. Now you have to do the work to create the lemonade. Because it's like this: you can have a bag of lemons, it won't be able to get drunk until you actually cut the lemon.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
when you actually
squeeze.
squeeze it and put that work in there, then you have to get the water. You have to get a little more sugar over there. You got to get
Mm-hmm.
this, and you
Mm-hmm.
got to mix it all together because it all works together. And so
Yes, yes.
sometimes God like, you know what? I done gave you the water 3 years ago, and you hadn't used the water at the time that I told you to use the water. So now I got to move you into this position so you know this water is available for you, and know that this
Right.
still streaming over here.
Yes, yes. Let's see what they saying over here in the comments. Well, now you got to throw in the whole lemon. Yes. Yeah, yes, you do.
Yes,
You do. Let's see. What during COVID, I remember, but that's they over here having side conversations. Lemonade allows you to appreciate lemons.
It do.
Yeah. Or not appreciation. Not appreciate. I don't like lemonade. Oh, losing a foot allows you to
You
appreciate
appreciate.
walking. Yes, that is one of the one of the trials that we are going through right now. That he's speaking his own testimony. Losing a
Mhm.
foot allows you to appreciate walking. For those of you that know, you know, you know. What's up, Reverend Trent? Hey, Trent, how you doing? How you doing tonight? I see y'all in the comments. All right. Then add that raspberry flavor, and you got a drink. I'm done. Yeah, look. Hey, you might as well enjoy the process while you are
Mhm.
making that lemonade. Enjoy the process, you know. That's why we say to count it all joy in the beginning. Count it all joy. You know. What can a lot of people they make jokes to, keep from crying. Whatever it takes,
Mhm.
but make that lemonade out of those lemonades. I keep on saying it so wrong. Make that lemonade out of them lemons that keep on coming your way, because life is going to life no matter what. You may be in a season where life ain't lifing, but trust. I also said this in the episode. My pastor always says, if you're in the valley, then that means you're going up to the mountain. If you're in the mountain, that means you're going down. So like enjoy those high moments, but just know, eventually, you're gonna go through some things. And then if you're going through some things, then just know that it's gonna get better. It's
Yep.
gonna
It
get better.
will get better.
Most definitely.
It
Most
will get
definitely.
better. That one of the other things that I tell a lot of people. Uh, like, just imagine just a week, 2 weeks, a month can change the whole trajectory of your life.
It sure can. It
I
sure
mean,
can.
a year can change the whole trajectory of your life. You could be in a place right now where you like, you know what? Energy keep on giving me trials and tribulations. You know, that energy, electric bill keep on giving trials and tribulations. It keep on giving trials and tribulations. And then before you know, you're like, you know what? After you get out of that trial and tribulation, you know what we like to say? That wasn't as bad as I thought it was during that moment.
That is true. That
Things
is
are
true.
never as bad as you think after you get out of it. At that moment,
Mm-hmm.
you feel like the whole world is collapsing.
Mm-hmm.
But once you get out of that, once you get into your new normal, it is never as bad as it seems.
Keyword, what you said, that new normal. Because I mean, what happens is we get comfortable. We get comfortable with life, and so when trials and tribulations come, it just seems so abrupt. You know, so it's like I have to get used to this new normal.
Mm-hmm.
I made it through that. Now I just need to adjust to my new normal.
Yeah. And you have to understand your process because everybody have a different process. Some
Mm-hmm.
people process is within a few hours. Some people process it within a few days.
Mm-hmm.
Some people process within a few weeks. Everybody have a different processing mechanism. And then it depends on the situation too, how you are processing that. Because I know for me, my process is I need to be by myself for a period
Mm,
of time. And then I have to talk to myself and basically talk about what occurred or what happened.
mm,
I can get back to my place.
mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's true. Yes, we all have different process of outlets, that we may need within the process of things. Like my go-to is I'm gonna write a song. I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna, these days I try to pray about it. I try to pray about it. But if anything, I'm gonna either write it down or I'm gonna write a song. That's my outlet. So what's your outlet when going through a storm? What's your outlet? What's that thing that's gonna get you to a calm within whatever you are going through?
Mm-hmm. And I call it controlling your peace. The outlet,
Mm-hmm.
how you control that peace. So, because you have to know how to control your peace, whether what storm you're going through, whatever it is, you have to know how to control your peace. You have to know,
Mm-hmm.
okay, for me to get back to a peaceful mind or a peaceful, calming thing for me, I may need to listen to Patti LaBelle for 3 hours. I need to go listen to a couple of sermons. It may be I gotta listen to these certain music in a certain order. Like for me,
Mm-hmm.
some of my process is I gotta go listen to uh when the saints go marching in. I gotta listen to that over and over again. It may be
Mm-hmm.
all night. I wouldn't let go. You got to have the go-to in your toolbox to pull from it. And only you know
Mm-hmm.
what will move you, because what move you in a song may be different for me. So I may
Yes.
not can use your playlist, but I can develop my own playlist and be following that, yes, and everything else. So, but you have to find no outlets where you can get back to your peace and get your peace back into control.
Most definitely. Like these days, somebody love you, baby. That must be a Patti LaBelle. Uh, my go to playlist when I just need to just calm down is my worship music. But I have like certain worship playlists. Like this day,
I
I
got
might
like
I
four
might do
four
this worship
playlists right now
playlist.
on YouTube.
Right now. So what's on y'all's playlist? What's on y'all's playlist when y'all need to, just get to a place of calm, get to a place of peace? What is on y'all's playlist? I'm interested to see in the comments. Go on and throw it there in the comments. We're gonna go to the next topic though. All right, let's see. When the answer is no. When the answer is no. I'll start this one and you can piggyback off me. A lot of times we are praying prayers and we have been praying these prayers forever and ever and ever and ever. And God done already told us the answer. It just ain't what we want.
Hmm.
It's just that simple. Sometimes we're praying prayers that have already been answered. And one reason why we can't determine what the answer is because what I say all the time, we haven't had the relationship with God. A relationship between two people is reciprocal. It's give and take. A lot of us we just take it. A lot of us we just praying for everything that we just want and not praying to God and just worshiping him for who he is. We always just want something. We just want something. We like kids that we have, we just want something all the time. You know. We don't ever just be like, "Thank you, mama. Thank you, daddy." We just want something. I'm speaking as if we are a kid. I wasn't that kid. Um But it's the same thing that we're doing with God. We just come to him for everything that we need and not for who he is, and allowing for the time. We're always talking. talking,
Mhm.
talking, talking. If me and Tristan are in a conversation right now and I just continue this show and I'm just talking the whole time, that wasn't the conversation. I didn't allow him to say anything. That's not a conversation. And a lot of times that's what we're doing to God. We're going to him with all of our problems, with all of our cares, and we're just telling him what we need from him. And we never allow him to have the opportunity to say what he needs to say. And we don't know his voice because we don't stay long enough to listen. The voice
I'm
that we listen to is our voice.
yes,
What you wanted to hear, you know.
yes. I'm so glad you said that. I'm so glad you said that. So we need the answer no. Us as people, us as a society, we need the no answer. Because for some reason, we have this made up fantasy that everything's supposed to be yes.
Mm.
Even when we are in church, we hear
Mm-hmm.
about more of the yeses than we know of the no's. And so we need the no's because the no's is what going to build us up and going
Mm.
to create the foundation for us. Because if we don't have the no's in the foundation, our foundation would just crumble.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Mm-hmm.
think about this way. You've seen houses that have been built for years and years and years. And then you see some houses that have been just standing for maybe 20 years. And what happened to their foundation? It has shifted. It have cracked.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
the foundation stuff shifted and cracked because it didn't have enough tension. So your yeses and nos is the equal balance of tension. You have to have so many yeses, you have to have so many nos. And they have to
Mm.
pull to keep that foundation together. If you only
Mm.
getting yeses, it just crumbling. And so it just keep on pulling, 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 and your foundation is no longer there.
Right.
And so those no's is building you up because I just think about all the jobs that you apply for. Imagine if you got all those yeses. You wouldn't be probably in a better financial state that you are in now if you would have got all
Mm.
yes to the other one. Because I think about the jobs that I was like, dang, I really wanted this job. I really wanted this job. Well, I look at the salary on it, and God said, nope, that's not the door for you. Nope, that's
Mm.
not the door for you. He may even say, you know what? I'm closing this door. This is a no for the next 2 years because I need to get you into this place so you can appreciate this. So when I open that yes, you know who it came from. As I tell people all the time, if you can't praise God for the crack, for the window just to be cracked this much, what you gonna do when he opened that whole window and he pour out the
Hmm.
blessing and just start overflowing? You won't know how to act. So that's why it's very important for you to, as much as if you are asking God to do something, you need to be praising God just as much, if not more.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
when we say praising God, we're not saying that you got to fall out on the ground and everything else. It can be as
Right.
simple as you. It can be as simple as you getting out your car and you
Mm-hmm.
walking the distance from your car to your job, and you just say, "Ooh, Lord, just thank you for allowing me not to be able to walk, not to be able to walk to work today. I got a car."
Mm-hmm.
Ooh,
Mm-hmm.
Lord,
Mm-hmm.
just,
For
just
little things.
hear me. Ooh, Lord, just thank you for letting me just be in my right mind. Or just say, ooh,
Yes.
just thank you. Hear me, just walking around in your head silently, just saying thank you. Just say, ooh,
Yes.
praise you. When you wake up in the middle of the night and you're like, ooh, I can't go to sleep, say, ooh, Lord, thank you for allowing me to wake up because it's somebody who didn't.
Mm.
I mean, those small things are so tremendous.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then, like you said, having a transaction, not having a transactional conversation, but having a genuine conversation, because a lot of people don't know what the voice of God sounds like.
Nope.
So if people out there right now thinking the voice of God is supposed to sound like Morgan Freeman,
I was so about to say
Henry, and no, the voice of God is different for everybody because the voice of God for Tiffany is a woman because Tiffany is a woman. The voice of God for me is a man because I'm a man. The voice of God is that back voice in the back of your head. You thinking it's your subconscious, but that is God talking to you, and He have
that.
gave you the answer. Then it's the voice of God is that pit feeling in your stomach. That voice of God is telling you what is right and what is wrong.
Yep.
So it is, and it comes in different things. Sometimes it may be a loudness of Him talking to you. Sometimes it's very
Mm-hmm.
subtle, like you know that not what I told you to do. That voice of God can be when you see that homeless person on the side of the road and something just nudging at you. I mean, it is nudging at you to give something. That is the voice of God. It may
Mm-hmm.
not show up every time, but that's the voice of God. And that's why I tell people, I'm like, I give to the thing. I said, but God have to move me to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Because some
Mm-hmm.
people think just writing a check that was it. They're gonna seek the voice of God. No, seeking the voice of God is your due diligence to Him. You have to
Mm-hmm.
put in work to seek His voice of God. When He say, "Seek My face," seeking His face is putting in work, and
Mm-hmm.
that is personal work. Nobody else can do it for you. That is
Right.
that's a strictly one-on-one thing. You
Yep.
can't say, Tristan, how can I get closer to God? Because you know what? How I'm close to God is totally different than how Tiffany close to God. And we put in two different works on it. Because Tiffany had to go through a whole nother slew of stuff than what I had to
Mm-hmm.
go. And
Yes.
always we have to stop envying other people's lives because
Mm.
we don't know the work. We don't know the trials that they had to go through. We don't know where they were mentally, where they were physically, health wise. We don't know. So stop saying, ooh, if I had a body like this person, I'd be fine.
Mm.
Oh, if I had the salary like this, I'd be fine. You know what? I tell people all the time, we are rich already. You are
Mm-hmm.
rich. You are already wealthy. It's just that your money is allocated to different areas of your life.
Right.
And those areas of your life is necessary to you right now. It is very necessary to you. Like some people like, you know what? Uh at one season in my life when uh I was only making 29,000 in a year and my bills was really a 40 something $1,000 a year. But I was
Mm-hmm.
only making 29. Even in that season, I still had to have moments with God. And I had to control my peace. And so my control piece was in order for me not to go sane, I gotta go to this $5 movie every other week because that would control my peace during that time.
Uh,
Because you still have to be able to live life in your trial and tribulation. You still
yes.
have to figure out that new way of normal in that trial and tribulation. So when the answer is no, don't be like, oh, down everything. Say, okay, that's fine. I got to get a different game plan now.
Mm-hmm.
When the
Mm-hmm.
answer is no, that means you need to start praising God more in that season, in that trial, more than you ever have before. Because when that answer is no, that when you pick up those songs, everything, when they say, all night I wouldn't let go, I wrestled with the angels all night long, everything else, that speaks so much power. Because you don't realize in the late night, that is when the devil is doing his most work. in that late night, that is when you need to get to that point and really hang on to whatever angels around you. In that late night, that is when you really just really hold on to God more than you have in the light. Because the stuff happens in the dark. Everything don't happen in the light. Because if it happened in the light, everybody can see it. But no, it happens in the dark. Because like this, when that electric bill comes through, it don't come out in pure daylight. It comes in an envelope that is dark.
I'm done.
So yeah, so when the answer is no, don't feel like it's the end of the world. That is your opportunity to even press forward with God to really understand Him and seek His face. And there's so many people that don't know what His face is like. His face is going to be different for each person. Nobody can clearly tell you it. You have to learn it for yourself. And when you go through that trials and tribulation, that's where you find out God even more. As I told people, that's what I loved about college. Because seeing that where I really see God face the most was during college. When I had to get down on my knees in that room and like, Lord, I don't know how I'm going to pass this A&P class. Lord, I don't know about this. You get to all this. You like, look, I done did everything I'm supposed to do. And you have to find that faith, have to find that strength from somewhere. From somewhere. When you don't even feel like getting up out the bed, and it's easier for you to not do nothing than it is to go and clock in and deal with the folks that you don't want to deal with.
Right.
When you do things that is hard for you to do,
Did I lose you? Oh, I think we lost him. Keep getting it in too. Won't let him come back in. That's usually how it goes here. They be going in and it's really getting good. Let me tell him to come on back in. There we go. There we go. Hold up. Yeah, I think he got to come back in. I said go out. But while he's getting that together, come go out, man. While he's doing that, while he's coming back in, y'all, it's getting good. It's getting good. Let me go to these comments right here. Queen said I got 4 no's last week, but I got 1 yes from God this week. That beat out the 4. The no prepares you for the rooms they already know your name in. Girl, as y'all say, like that. Man, cause it's like if you I'm gonna go back to children. If you are always telling them yes, sometimes you got to tell them no because it prepares them for the world, because the world isn't going to tell them yes all the time, you know. So like even with your kids, like practice telling them no sometimes, because you can't have your way all the time. When you out in this real world, you can't have your way all the time. It's like the Destiny Child. First time I said yes. No, the first time I said no, it's like I never said yes. Here we go. He back in here, y'all. Look, it was getting
yeah,
gooder and gooder. That's why I
so
just,
it's gooder and
froze
gooder.
up.
So yeah, sorry, my phone died on me, so it
Oh,
cut
that's
out
what
my
it was.
internet. So
See,
yeah,
right at the right moment
but
when you
but
could get
but
into
right,
it.
exactly. So, but like back to what I was saying, those no's is what build us. And so do
Yes.
not allow that no to justify and dictate everything that you do, because you're gonna find out a year from now, a month from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now that know needed to happen to really
Mm-hmm.
build you and push you into the right thing.
Yes, yes. And it's like I was just telling them, sometimes you have to tell your kids no. Sometimes if you told them yes all the time, then you're not really preparing them for the world, because the world ain't gonna tell you yes all the time. You ain't gonna have your way all the time. You're not gonna be able to be a brat all the time and get your way. Sometimes you need to hear no. Sometimes you need to hear that no to build up your character,
Hmm.
to give you some skin in the game, as they would say, you know.
And those no's allow you to have those difficult conversations
Mhm. Mhm.
because that's one of the things that we talk about in Teen Safety Night. So if you all don't know about Teen Safety Night, so we do Teen Safety Night in Hot Springs. This was all in response to all the different stop the violence things that we have had over the past 7 years. So when we had that last major thing of the two girls being, not two girls, the one getting shot in the car. Um, as I told the community, I said, every time something happens, we always say, oh, this need to happen, this need to happen. We have hundreds and hundred people on a Zoom call come to the first meeting. I said, but when it's time to put the boots on the ground, to do the work, we look everywhere, we cannot find anyone.
Ain't nobody showing up.
And as I said, on this call, we have 123 people. I said, if we have 123 people, I said, we shouldn't have no problem with developing programming and doing it.
Mm.
And so Jamie Hill and I said, you know what, something needs to happen. And so regardless of funding, regardless of anything, we're going to do Teen Safety Night. And so we utilized our resources. We had to utilize all the lemons that we had that was
Mm.
all across Hot Springs and in Little
Yeah.
Rock and in Arkdale, everywhere else. We had to gather all those lemons together so we can create our lemonade. Just remember, your lemons not always in one place. Hear
Mm.
me? It's a lemon over there at Tiffany and them house that I ain't gathered yet. It's a lemon for them over here at my house that they ain't gathered yet.
That's
But you
good.
have to end up gathering all those lemons so you can make the lemonade.
Mhm.
So so we had $0, $0, none,
Mhm.
no money, none. When I say none, we was in a negative, a triple negative, a negative. And so we just utilized our lemons. And so we was able to get with Roanoke. Roanoke graciously opened their doors. We tried multiple other churches that would not open their doors. They were too focused on other things. But Roanoke graciously opened their doors and said, hey, come in here, do what you need to do. Because we need to do our part in this effort. Because your part
Mhm.
is not always doing the whole program, but it can be just providing that place for the people.
Yep.
Then I use my skill sets because I like to plan things. So I did my skill set. Jamie utilized her skill set, and she like, okay, I'm gonna do this, do this, do this. So we utilize all our things. Michelle used her skill set. Everybody in the group used their skill set to create the program. And so we
Mhm.
have did the program 3 times over the course of a year. 3 different times. We hold at this point, we like if we're gonna hold 2 each year. We're gonna hold a summer and we're gonna hold a winter one. And so we get community members to come in. And Teen Safety Night is very strategically planned because the point of Teen Safety Night is they have a professional person in whatever topic that we are talking about. And those teens, those adolescents, those preteens are all in the room with that professional. I come in and I get all the adults out of there.
Mm.
No adults are in with those teens. And the reason being is because the conversation is different when there's another adult in the room versus just them amongst their peers. And so I take the adults and we go through a series of different questions. Whatever topic they talking about in with those teens, we talking about those same topic, but we talking about it from the parent and the adult standpoint, where we can iron sharpen iron. So I use all my vast years of experience. Then I use other professionals to come in. Then I use we have different ages of parents and adults. So you have parents that have raised their kids. You have them who have grandkids and great grandkids. Then you have this my first teen. I'm trying to figure it out. So they can have those conversations, understand what are the resources out there. The older parents can say, hey, we didn't know this that was available. Then we didn't find out then they can start talking to things. And one thing that I tell people all the time, don't let you not knowing something or not proficient at something hold you back. One thing that I hate hearing from people is, I'm not technology savvy. Miss me with that. Miss me with that. The reason I say miss me with that, because you know what? If you got a cell phone, you technology savvy. If you use a debit card, you use a checking account, you technology savvy. If you know how to connect your Wi-Fi to your TV or to whatever device in your house, you technology. If you know how to start a push button start car, you are technology savvy. If you know how to adjust the radio, you know how to use technology. You just afraid.
Yes.
You just afraid to learn
That's what
something
it
new
is.
that could help you.
Yes,
And it's like
that's
this,
what it
and it's
is.
okay if you scared to learn something new.
Just say
You
that.
have to be in the mindset. But
Yeah.
it sounds very undermining when you say I'm not technology savvy, but you walking around with an iPhone 17. Look, I got an iPhone 12 Pro Max. And gonna hold on to it till it die, until
I'm
they
done
quit
with you.
putting the updates on it.
Good.
So, it is what it is. But please stop limiting yourself on saying, I'm not technology savvy, because you are. If
Yeah.
you could learn a job, if you could learn how to work the VCR or learn how to work the stream, you are technology savvy. You just need to take the time to step back, breathe, and try to learn little pieces of it. Because as long as you learn little pieces of it, you eventually gonna learn all of it.
All of it. Most definitely. Most definitely. Rev in here, he said, if you need technology help, let me know. TLC in the building. Yeah,
That's
he had to
right.
put that plug in. Put that plug in. Yeah. But man, this conversation then went everywhere it needed to go tonight. Tonight. Hey. We done talked about the lemons into lemonade when the
Mhm.
answer is no, amongst other things in between those two topics. I always love getting on here and talking about these inspirational topics because I know y'all got some nuggets out of tonight's conversation. Y'all been in the comments on it. Uh,
Yep. And just remember, your lemons is spread out throughout everywhere. Everyone
yes.
hold a lemon for you to make that lemonade. You just have to gather them up in your basket.
Mm-hmm. You already have everything that you need. God has given you everything that you need. You just have to learn how to use whatever it is, how to pull from whatever resources you need to pull from, because He's already given you everything that you need,
Yeah.
because He cares
And
that much.
right. And when you think about it, that no just mean, hey, you got to start looking into your lemon reserves.
I like that. Look, look. I'm gonna be repeating that part of the show right there. I like that. I like that. Yes, yes. So, y'all, tonight it's been really, 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 really good. Really, really good. I might actually. It might take me a little minute to go to sleep tonight. I don't know. I don't know. But we are at the end of the show. The world is our orchid. Yes, it is. Orchard. Is it orchid or orchard?
Orchard.
Orchard. Because orchid is ORCHID, right? Yep, it is.
I was never a speller, so you know that
It is. It
that was one
is.
of the things I wanted to talk about too. We're talking about your trials and tribulations. So a lot of times people use those as an excuse, but
Uh-huh.
it's not an excuse. Those things that you have trouble in, that you were difficult in, and everything else, those are part of your story, and you need to tell somebody about your struggles.
Mm-hmm.
Tell them about your struggles because they're like this. I know in school I struggled with reading so much. I mean, I really struggled with reading. It wasn't until I got to college and took the remediation class to really get my reading where it needed to be.
Hey, I feel you on that. Mine was
And
comprehension.
yes, that was mine was comprehension and it
Yes.
was speed, trying to read quickly. And I mean, I really struggled with it. It wasn't until I got to college that I really were able to understand and like, oh, okay, everything start clicking, start making sense of everything else.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's why it's very important for us to remember Luke 6:31 too, to treat people like how you want to be treated. Because sometimes
Mm-hmm. You
yelling,
never know.
sometimes us yelling at folks, that is not the way. We have to sometime go back and get to the tone and everything else. And remember, if you want somebody to greet you, you make sure you greet people too. And that's all I have to say. I'm done on mine.
You want a friend, be a friend.
Hmm.
You know. So look, we didn't gave y'all a lot of nuggets tonight. Look, Tristan, boy, you didn't gave a lot of good nuggets tonight. Look, Kayla said you got going in there. We got you started. Look, what she said this before you had cut out. She said you done got him going like back in the day. LOL. Go ahead, classmate.
That's right.
That's what's up. That's what's up. So y'all know what time it is. Y'all know what time it is. Go ahead and put them baskets in the comments. All them baskets in the comments.
It's time to give, 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 give from your heart, heart, heart. And if you like what you see, give from your heart, 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 heart. Say it's time to give.
I only see one basket in there, y'all. Rev, he put that basket in there. But yes, it's time to give. If you like to give a donation to the podcast, y'all. Y'all see, we are the award winning podcast. Let me make sure I put that in there before my husband correct me. The award winning podcast. If you like to donate to the podcast, right there is the Cash App Tips Tuesdays. Um, to continue with this great journey that we've started is 3 years in the making, and we are going to keep going with it for sure. If you would like to financially give a different way, please contact me at tipstuesdays@gmail.com, and I will get with you on other financial methods. But everybody got Cash App these days. There's the Cash App right there on your screen. And do what the song saying. If you like what you see, if you like what you hear, if you like the nuggets that you get, give to the podcast. Y'all gonna make me come up with another offering song. My husband said he can't find his basket. Oh, but you found the money, so okay, there we go. Yeah, you can put the money in there too. All right, so no, on the serious note, podcasting ain't free, so hit that Cash App. No matter what it is, it could be $5, it could be $10, it could be $100. Whatever you give, the podcast appreciates it because that's what it's going for. It's going towards the podcast. All right, so. Once again, I would like to thank Mr. Tristan for being a guest on tonight's show. Y'all, season 8
Appreciate you
gets
all having me.
gooder and gooder and gooder. I almost need to take the ER off of that. Just gooder. Gooder and gooder.
Yeah, gooder and gooder. So I appreciate you all who's just thinking about little old me. And I enjoyed it so much. I was nervous.
Was you? I can't tell from you talking.
I was nervous.
And
I really
that's
nervous.
what I love about this show. Like, cause like people would get on here and then afterwards they'd be like, "Oh, it was just like we was just having a conversation with each other."
Mm-hmm.
So I'm glad that you felt that atmosphere and got comfortable because you got comfortable real quick.
I did.
So he done made another word. He said gooder. No, honey. No. Not gooder. No.
Get her on the earth.
Gooder. I can't do gooder. Gooder. No, I can't do it. All right, we are going to end this show out tonight. We are going to be back here same time next week. I can't never think of who my next guest is. I want to say it's somebody from TikTok that I got on here. She sings and everything. So I was like, I got to get her on the show. So y'all tune in next week, same time on YouTube and Facebook. 9 p.m. Central Time. Make sure that you share this video. If you're just now tuning in, go ahead and hit that replay. Let me know that you are on the replay. And share with your friends. Bring somebody with you next week. And let's get this show on the road. We live for Tuesdays. Y'all have a great weekend. Well, week. I said weekend. Lord. Bye. A little motivation.